This story is related by the great Gaon, Rabbi Avram Hirschberg. I don't think he's alive anymore. He was the chief rabbi of Mexico and a big Gaon. For sure not alive. He died in the 80s. He relates as follows. One of the times that I visited the Frierdiker Rebbe, the previous Rebbe, so he goes back, this Rabbi Avram Hirschberg. So the previous Rebbe said to me that I should talk to his son-in-law, his younger son-in-law, called then the Ramash, Rabbi Menachem Schneerson, that's what they called him, Ramash. I didn't know him before, but the Rebbe said to talk to him. So I went into his office and we sat, he said almost all night. And the discussion went from one sugya, one subject in Seder Kodshim, which is the most difficult section of the Gemara, and the Jerusalem Talmud, and so on. He says his genius was mafila, means it was literally astounding, difficult to describe his knowledge, his depth, and his genius. I left completely with the utter spilus and amazement. I'd never met someone with such greatness in Torah. And he said, I have had the merit to meet and discuss Torah with the great Goinim, the great geniuses and scholars of the previous generation, but this was something not of this world. And that night, my connection to the Rebbe began, to our Rebbe. And he says to the person that he's talking to, Rabbi Hirschberg is talking, he says he was many years in Mexico. I mean, Mexico, not exactly a Torah, a bastion of Torah. He said, so the person interviewed him says, why you all these years there? He said, the Rebbe Pashat requested me not to leave. For example, I got an offer from London, and they wanted that I should take the position of chief rabbi. And I was inclined to take it. This was, I guess, in the 60s or 70s. But the Rebbe put tremendous pressure that I shouldn't. And he said, and he's argued again and again, that if I leave Mexico, everything that I've built, he built their institutions and the school and everything, the Rebbe said it'll all fall apart. And he said to me these words. He said to me, Rabbi Hirschberg, if you were looking for covet or money, mele. But you have always seen that the main thing is to spread Yiddishkeit. And you've built this and you've built this and the other thing, and all of a sudden to leave, for what? And I felt that the Rebbe was right. Even though I'd received letters from great Rabbanim that were encouraging me to take this position in London, there will be your glory. It's a pasuk. But I didn't listen to this, and I listened to the Rebbe's words. I simply saw his sincere devotion and saw that the Rebbe has another look completely, and I listened, and that's why I stayed all the years in Mexico City. Bottom line message is that the Rebbe inspires us, as we're coming out from the Rebbe's birthday, that it's where we're needed, where Hashem needs us to be. That's our shlichus, and to do so with joy. Okay. So who joined? Lucy? Good morning.
Morning.
Okay. I'm just going to stop this recording.